Hey guys, this is Chris, Tabletop Sports Delaware, and we are bringing you our 2020 Mets before play. And this is Game 7, taking place in Citizens Bank Park, where the Philadelphia Phillies will be hosting our Project New York Mets. It's a beautiful 61 degrees Fahrenheit at game time, calm air, no wind, no breeze or anything. Flag is fluttering a couple of inches off the mast out there in right field, so it looks like it's just going to be a pleasant evening here on the 1st of May, the year 2020. Let us go ahead and get through our starting lineups and other information, and we will get started. So for your hometown Philadelphia Phillies, batting first will be left fielder Andrew McCutchen. Shifting around the lineups a little bit, Didi Gregorius shortstop batting second, Rhys Hoskins first baseman batting third, Bryce Harper right field will be cleanup. JT Realmuto catcher batting fifth. Adam Hazley has jumped up a couple spots to sixth in the batting order. He's center field. Gene Segura third base batting seventh, and Scott Kingery second baseman batting eighth. And on the hill and starting for the Phillies batting ninth will be Zach Wheeler. He was with the Braves, I believe, last year. Braves or Mets, one of these. Really don't remember. It might have Wheels might have been with the Mets. I'm not sure. Just watched him pitch in a game the CP Cards and Dice did last night, I believe. The Mets. We have leading off, starting in center field, Brandon Nimmo. Jeff McNeil, third base, batting second. J.D. Davis moved up in the order, left fielder. He'll be batting third. Robinson Cano is cleanup, second baseman. Wilson Ramos to catcher batting fifth. Michael Conforto right field batting sixth. Peter Alonso down in the order to seventh. He is playing first base. Eduardo Nunez, who is semi-iron because he is out of position. He will be batting eighth, and starting for the Mets is going to be Marcus Stroman. So let's go ahead and do some baseball. Our officiating crew, home plate umpire Mark Carlson. Bill Miller is over on the first base foul line. Ryan Additon is in the middle of the infield behind second base. Ted Barrett is on the third base foul line. Citizens Bank Park versus lefties is semi-small versus righties is normal, and that's just about all we've got. Ahmed Rosario, he's recovering, but he's going to be out for another 5 games, including this one. So let's go ahead and get some baseball going, guys. Zach Wheeler on the hill for the Phillies to face Brandon Nimmo. Here we go. Top of the first. All announcements aside, let's play ball. Nimmo. You scoot that down a little bit. I don't care if you can see it. Alright, a little more. Sorry, just second adjustments there. Okay, so that way I know you can see the dice. Good. Okay, we've got 1-4-4. Wheeler is flashed. That is a strikeout. Questionable or lenient behind the plate? Nope. Carlson is neither, so that is strike 3. Nimmo goes down swinging at the knee cheese. Jeff McNeil now at the plate. Where did I put the Phillies? I want them over here. Okay. Here we go. Wheeler, 1 out. Top of the first, 1-4-6. He is flashed. That is strikeout again. 2 in a row to start the game for Zach Wheeler. Wheels is mowing him down. J.D. Davis now at the plate. 2-2-6. And batter hit by pitch? Yes. So J.D. Davis gets plunked. No one's making any moves. Davis rips off his batting gloves, looking out at Wheeler. Wheeler's like, I'm sorry, man. What? It slipped. And Davis takes first. The umpire is keeping an eye. He hasn't issued a warning yet. No heated tempers in this game. Not yet. Phillies and Mets have been playing nice. Cano, runner on first. Let's, before I forget it, mark that hit by pitch for Mr. Wheeler. Cano. And that's a 1-2-3. How do you be? Both flash and fresh. Strikeout. Gets Cano swinging. Nasty slider on the outside. That is 1-2. Hit by pitch and 3. No runs scored for the Mets in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the inning. Marcus Stroman takes the hill for the Mets. He's on the bump. Andrew McCutchen leading off. Here comes the pitch. 1-2-3. He is flashing fresh, and he strikes out McCutchen. 1 out. Didi Gregorius now at the plate. Stroman with the pitch. 3-5-6. Righty-lefty matchup. He's not utility or sad sack. Single down the first base line. Just past the glove of Peter Alonso, right down the foul line into foul territory. J.D. Davis comes up with it. Gregorius rounds first and steps back onto the bag. So that is a single for Gregorius here in the bottom of the first. Reese Davis now at the plate. Reese Hoskins, rather. 2 foul balls. Roll them all again. There we go. 1-1-4. He is fresh. Stroman is. Hard ground ball hit too short. That's going to be fielded cleanly by Eduardo Nunez. He gets it over to Cano to force Gregorius. Cano with the pivot over to Alonso. Inning-ending double play. 6-4-3 for those of you who are scoring at home. And if you're not scoring at home, all together now, you should be. Alrighty, so that is 3 up, 3 down for the Mets. Phillies plate no runs. We go to the top of the second inning, and it is a 0-0 ball game. This game is tied up like a new pair of shoes on a rainy day. Wilson Ramos set to go. Wheeler will face him, then Conforto and Alonso in this inning. Ramos ready for Wheeler's pitch. 1-3-6. That'll be, he is not a pitching ace. The batter is not Whiffer or Cold. Infield drama. 6-4 infield. 4-6 rather. Shortstop is not Gold. Batter is safe at first on an error. E6 Ramos. Hit sharply to Gregorius. Gregorius, a little errant throw, pulls Hoskins off the bag. So Ramos is safe. Michael Conforto is set to go. Runner on. No runs scored. Top of the second. 1-4-5. Will the Mets come alive? He is not struggling. Hard ground ball. Hit to first base, fielded cleanly there by Alonso. Whips it over to Nunez, who is on the fly to second. Fires it over to Cano, covering first. 3-6-4. No. I love how I'm doing that. Hard ground ball hit to Hoskins at first. Hoskins fields it up, fires it over to Gregorius on the run. He forces Ramos at second, fires it over to Kingery, covering on the play, and gets Conforto. So that is a 3-6-4 double play. I never say the players for the wrong team. Peter Alonso, 2 outs, facing Zach Wheeler. Wheels with the pitch. Foul ball on that red 2 you couldn't see. 1-2-4. He has control, and that's a hard ground ball hit to shortstop. Didi Gregorius comes up with the 2-hopper, fires it over to Reese Hoskins for out number 3. And no runs after 1.5. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Phillies come to the plate, and Marcus Stroman is going to face 4, 5, 6 of the Phillies lineup. Bryce Harper, JT Realmuto, and Adam Hazley. So Harper is set to go. He is the hot batter in this game. I didn't put that on there. The one thing I forgot to do for the Phillies, and I think Cold was McCutchen because he struck out a lot. Was it? Nah, Segura. I moved him down. Let's give Segura Cold. Alrighty. Bryce Harper set to go. Stroman. 1-6-6. Stroman is not a workman. Harper is not a whiffer. Decided I said so. Hard ground ball hit to third base. Jeff McNeil is there. Fires it over to Alonso for out number 1. And we're going to the player experience chart for JT Realmuto's at bat. 1 away. Stroman with the pitch. 2-6. Icon pitcher. No. And Realmuto gets this, lifts it over Cano's glove into center field. So that's going to be a base hit for Realmuto. Nimmo comes with it and fires it into Nunez. So that is 1 out, 1 on. Phillies catcher on first base, and Marcus Stroman facing Adam Hazley. Here comes the pitch. 1-1-5. Wrong way. Pitcher is fresh and pops it up on the right side of the infield. Peter Alonso gets underneath it. Smacks his mitt, makes the catch. That is out number 2. Gene Segura. The windup, the pitch, 1-2-6. That is a hard line drive to center field. No, Cano gets it. Fantastic play. Snags that line drive and saves the base hit. So we are scoreless after 2 innings. We're going to go to the top of the third. Zach Wheeler. Wheels is coming back in to face the bottom of the order of the Mets in Eduardo Nunez, Marcus Stroman, then back to the top for Brandon Nimmo. Alrighty, Zach Wheeler is set. Gets his warm-ups with Real Muto. Nunez at the plate. Decider dies a foul ball. It was cocked up there. 1-4-5. Wheeler is not a struggler. Hard ground ball hit to third. Fielded over there by Gene Segura. Takes the one hopper. Fires it over to Hoskins. That's out number 1. Good throw across his body. He was moving to his right. Showed a little bit of range on that play. Marcus Stroman now set. Wheeler facing his nemesis for the game. And Wheeler has control. And Stroman sits on it. 3-1 slider, and he hits it single. So Marcus Stroman is on base, 1 out, 1 on, top of the third. Pitcher helps himself. Brandon Nimmo comes to the plate. Zach Wheeler is set. Here comes the windup. The pitch, 1-4-6. He is flash, and that is a strikeout. Nimmo goes down swinging. Second time he's fallen victim to Zach Wheeler. Wheels is looking for it. He struck out 4 Mets so far. Jeff McNeil is set to go. He struck out his last time up. 2 outs, man on first. That is going to be a 1-2-6. And Wheeler is fresh. Hard shot up the middle. Kingery is there. Puts his glove on it. And that is going to be out number 3. Go to the bottom of the third. Tied at 0. A game with no runs. I was wondering if History Maker Baseball would be able to do that from play.com. Turns out it can. We just were rolling some pretty, bodacious numbers for the Mets in the previous games. Phillies in one of them. Bottom of the third. Marcus Stroman on the hill. He will face 8-9-1. Kingery, Wheels, and McCutchen. Kingery is set, 1-4-5. Stroman's not a struggle. That is a hard ground ball hit to third, fielded cleanly over there by Jeff McNeil. Frozen rope shot over to Alonso for out number 1. 5-3 ground ball. That is going to bring up Zach Wheeler. Wheels is set. Stroman. Wheels would like to return the favor. 5-6-6. Stroman is not wild. Wheels is not a good eye. That is a strikeout. Go to the baseball right now chart for Andrew McCutchen's at bat. 2 away. Bottom of the third. 14. Cold batter? No. He connects. Big swing. Outfield drama. 46. Big swing to left field. The left fielder is not iron. J.D. Davis is running in. This ball is diving quickly. Davis slides on his knees and makes the catch. That is out number 3. So scoreless after 3 innings. We're going to go to the top of the 4th. I'd like to remind you that this game, as well as many others, is available from play.com. Keith Avalone and company make some really great games over there. Definitely check out History Maker Baseball, along with many others you've seen on my channel. Red, White, and Blue Racing, Fury Football, Hockey Blast. I really love play.com's games. So here we go. Top of the 4th. Wheels is set. J.D. Davis just made that fine defensive play. Is set to go, and he is not a slugger. Fly ball to left field. Andrew McCutchen gets underneath it, smacks his mitt, pinches his glove, makes the catch. It's 1 away. He squeezes it. Robinson Cano. Robbie Cano. Here we go. Wheels with the pitch. 3-4-6 and the decider. Cano is eager. Fly ball to center field. Adam Hazley drifting over towards right center. Calls off Bryce Harper. Makes the catch. That is 2 away on the Mets. Wilson Ramos now at the plate. 5th in the order of the catcher. Wheels is set. Here comes the pitch. 1-5. 5, and he is a home run king. This is a long fly ball. This one is back. Ramos is connected. Hazley is running towards left center. McCutcheon converging over the fence. Home run, Wilson Ramos. And here in the top of the 4th, the Mets take a 1-0 lead. Zach Wheeler, he's up there on the mound. He looks like he's shaking it off. Back down to business. 2 outs here, top of the 4th. Michael Conforto. And Wheeler, 1-3-5. That'll be an unusual result. Red 1, black 3 is right here. It's going to be a 1-3 right fielder iron. No, and that is a fly ball to right field. Back is Bryce Harper. Gets underneath it, makes the catch. That is out number 3. Mets score 1 in the top of the 4th. Go to the bottom of the bracket, and Marcus Stroman, he is coming out on the hill for the Mets, set to face the heart of the Phillies order in Gregorius, Hoskins, and Harper. Didi Gregorius is set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 3-6-6 as I get back to where I need to be in my little chart book. 3-6-6, not a pinch hitter, fly ball to center field. Brandon Nimmo gets underneath it a couple of steps forward. Takes a choppy step to his right, leans back into the left, makes the catch. Maybe a little bit of a breeze. Stitches catching the air just right, but he made easy work of the fly out. Rhys Hoskins now comes to the plate. Stroman is set. Here's the pitch. 2-3-6. He is not double control or dynamic. Batter is not the pitcher, and Hoskins sits on a 3-1. Fastball on the deck, and that's ball 4. Carlson gives him his free base, so that is 1 out, 1 on. Bottom of the 4th, 1-run game for the Mets. Bryce Harper to the plate. Stroman with the pitch. That's going to be a 1-5-6. He is a whiffer and strikes Harper out. That is 2 away. Brings us to JT Realmuto, who singled his last time up. Stroman is set. Hoskins over at first. Stroman gives him a glance just to keep him close to the base. The pitch, 3-3-4. Ace or star, no. Batter is not a sad sack. That is a single into left field. He is not eager, so that is a single over McNeil's glove. Leapt for it, couldn't get it, bounces in front of Conforto. And that is going to be, no, Conforto gets by him a wee little bit, and Hoskins taking advantage of it around second. He's firing into third, and he is going to be safe. Still just a base hit. Realmuto on first. We have men at the corners, 2 outs. Phillies with a chance to put a run on the board. Adam Hazley comes to the plate. Marcus Stroman is set. 1-1-6. 4th inning. Decide or Die says he's not fresh. We are looking at a single to left field. Yeah, RBI single for Hazley. That is going to score. Active runner. 1. Yes. Okay, so that is going to score Rhys Hoskins. And Realmuto will advance to second base. So that is a 1-1 ball game. Tied up by the Phillies. Bottom of the 4th, 2 outs. Gene Segura, men at first and second. And Hazley and Realmuto, respectively. Stroman is set and wants to get out of this inning. 2-3-5. He is not wild. The batter is not eager. Decide or Die said so. Hard ground ball hit to second base, fielded by Robinson Cano. Ignores everybody else. Flips it over to Alonso for out number 3. So 1 run for the Phillies. They answer the Mets. Home run. And scores 1-1, and we go to the top of the 5th. Wheels comes out. Both pitchers doing well so far in this game. Neither seems to be shaken by the run that they've given up. It's a 1-1 ball game, tied up again here, top of the 5th. Peter Alonso, bottom of the order, will be facing Wheeler. Nunez and Stroman to follow. Here comes the pitch. 5-6-6. Wheeler is not wild. Alonso does not have a good eye. That is a strikeout. 5th strikeout of the game for Zach Wheeler. Eduardo Nunez comes out to the plate, playing shortstop for the injured Ahmed Rosario. Here comes the pitch. 3-3-6. He is not an ace or dynamic. We go to a single in center field for Nunez. Base hit with 1 out. And that's going to bring Stroman up to the plate. And it is a player experience. We really want to bunt, though. We got to do player experience. I think we do. 1-6, icon pitcher, semi-icon. He is an icon pitcher. 1-6, fools batter into swinging an inside pitch, grounds it to the shortstop. That's going to be fielded cleanly there by Didi Gregorius. Fires it over to Kingery at second to force Nunez. Makes the turn over to Hoskins. And Stroman grounds out to end the inning. Double play. Got his signals messed up and decided to bat. They did not want him to do that. However, it happened. We go tied at 1 to the bottom of the 5th inning. Marcus Stroman. I think this is the longest I've gone into any game by far to only have 2 runs scored by both teams, let alone by only 1. Low-scoring affair, pitcher's duel. You wouldn't expect it between, well, maybe not with Stroman. You would expect it with Wheeler. But here we go, just the same. Scott Kingery facing Stroman, then Wheeler, and back to the top for Andrew McCutchen. Here's the pitch. 1-2-4. Wrong way. 1-2-4. Pitcher has control. Hard ground ball hit to shortstop. Nunez is there. Flies the ball over to Peter Alonso for out number 1. And now Zach Wheeler to the plate. Takes a couple of warm-up swings. Stroman gets the signs in from Ramos. He sets. He delivers. 2-3-3. He's not an ace or a star. Not a slugger, Mr. Wheeler, by any stretch of the imagination. Weak fly ball hits the center field. Brandon Nimmo easily tracking it, running in. John makes the catch on the jog. That is out number 2. Andrew McCutchen now comes to the plate. 2 outs, tied at 1. Bottom of the 5th, game is official. Andrew McCutchen, Marcus Stroman with the pitch. 3-4-6. McCutchen is not eager, and he's going to work a walk. Extends the inning with the free pass. Didi Gregorius now comes up to the plate, and we are going to be looking at the team chemistry chart, which we are now using. 4-5, batting team harmony. Phillies, they are semi-harmony. Not harmony. 4-5. Ground ball hit hard to McNeil over at third. Takes a little hop, fires it over to Alonso to force the batter Didi Gregorius, and that is out number 3. No runs in the bottom of the 5th. No runs in the 5th. We are tied at 1. We go to the top of the 6th inning. And Zach Wheeler back to the top of the order for the Mets. He will be facing Brandon Nimmo, Jeff McNeil, and J.D. Davis. Here we go. Brandon Nimmo is set. 1-4-5. 1-4-5. Wheeler is not struggling. Hard ground ball hit to first. Stopped there by Hoskins, and he gets it to Wheeler covering. 3-1 is going to be your ground out there. 1 away. Jeff McNeil comes to the plate for the Mets. Here's the pitch from Wheels, 466. Wheels has control, and Jeff McNeil sits on it. He takes the 2-0, and he punches this one into left field. It falls in front of McCutchen. That is a single for McNeil with 1 out in the top of the 6th. J.D. Davis now comes out to the plate, smacks the dirt out of his cleats. Couple of warm-up swings. Wheeler looks over to first to keep McNeil meek. Here comes the pitch, 1-4-6. He is flash, and that's going to be a strikeout. He catches Davis sitting on a slider just inside the zone. Carlson called it. Davis didn't like it, but he does not raise further issue. Robinson Cano comes up with 2 outs. McNeil still standing on first. Wheeler with the pitch wants to get through the inning. 2-4-5, and Cano is not a hero. Pops it up into the center of the infield. Scott Kingery is there. He's going to make that catch. That's going to be out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 1-1 ball game here at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on the 1st of May. Marcus Stroman still pitching for the Mets, at least for this inning, unless things go horribly wrong. Rhys Hoskins is going to be the leadoff batter. He'll face 3, 4, 5 Harper and Real Muto to follow. Player experience chart is going to be called on for Hoskins at bat. 44. Umpire calls timeout to examine. He discards the ball, gets another ball out to Stroman. Here comes the 3-1. And this one he fires a fastball a little high, and Carlson calls ball 4. Hoskins gets a walk. Second time he has drawn a walk off Stroman in this game. Third walk issued by Stroman to go along with his 3 strikeouts. Here comes Bryce Harper, man on, tie game, bottom of the 6th. Harper has struck out, grounded to third. Stroman with the pitch, 1-4-6. He is flash, and that's going to be a strikeout. He's gotten Harper 2 at-bats in a row. That slider, Harper just can't lay off it. JT Realmuto, 1 out, 1 on. Bottom of the 6th. Here comes the pitch from Stroman, 1-1-2. And that's another strikeout for Stroman. 2 away, Adam Hazley comes to the plate. The pitch from Stroman, 2-6-6. Runner on first is thrown out. He picks off Hoskins while he's sleeping. And a call that a 1-3 pick. Happens right there. Boom. 1-1 tied. We go to the top of the 7th. And we would like to take this time to remind you that History Maker Baseball is made by Play Games over at play.com. Check them out. Makers of fine alternative, if you would like to say, board games. This takes different qualities into account and different scenarios, and it ends up simulating a game instead of looking to see if it's a ground ball on the card or reading just the numbers and going to it. It adds a little flavor to it, so that way you can see if somebody is a home run king in a certain instance, or if a pitcher has got control, or if the team has harmony. A lot of really cool things come into it. So check it out, History Maker Baseball at play.com, which you can see right down here. Play.com. Top of the 7th, Zach Wheeler back on the bump. Largen in charge for the Phillies, facing Wilson Ramos. Homered his last time up. Conforto and Alonso in this inning. Here's the pitch to Ramos. 3-4-5. Not an iron catcher. He doesn't have a good eye, and that's a strikeout for Wheeler. His 7th on the affair. We're going to go to the baseball right now chart for Conforto's at bat. Decider's up 6-6. Conforto is not a hot batter. He was out his last time up. Otherwise, there's a drive to center field. This one is going. If he is. Yes, he is. This one is out of here. Home run, Michael Conforto. Decider Die said he had the home run king quality. And now I know the answer that question that Rob was asking last night. So yes, you go through those qualities and see which one the batter has. I start at scrapper. Doesn't have that, I go to slugger. Doesn't have that, I go to home run king. Doesn't have that, I do other. So that's how you do it. I hadn't really looked at that before because until last night I didn't realize that when it said fence exclamation point, you were looking at that little micro chart. That's when that came together, and now having used it, that's how you do it. So Conforto, home run, touch 'em all. He went back, and aloha means goodbye. He went yard, and fuego. 2-1 Mets. 1 out, top of the 7th. Peter Alonso is set for Zach Wheeler's pitch. That's going to be a 2-3-3. He is not ace or star. Alonso is not a slugger. The decider die says so. Fly ball to center field. Adam Hazley gets underneath it, smacks his mitt. Lets gravity do the work for him. That is out number 2. And Eduardo Nunez is going to come to the plate. Wheeler going to get through this inning, hopefully. 1-4-6. He is flash, and that's a strikeout. Number 8 so far in this game this evening. 1 run by the Mets, 2-1. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. And Stroman is going to come out and he's going to pitch this inning. He'll probably get pinch hit for in the top of the 8th. But he's doing well, so the Mets are going to stick with him. Jean Segura is due up. Put them where I can actually write the Phillies stuff. He'll be followed in this inning. No, Hazley is up because of that pickoff. So Adam Hazley's the leadoff batter this inning. Then Jean Segura, and to be followed by Scott Kingery. Adam Hazley is set. Marcus Stroman with the pitch here. Bottom of the 7th. 2-1. 2-4-5. Hazley is not a hero. Pops it up in the center of the infield. Robinson Cano gets underneath it. Calls off Stroman and Nunez and makes easy work of the pop-up. That is 1 away. Underhands it to Nunez to flip it around the infield before it gets back to Stroman. And we are going to go to player experience chart for Segura's at bat. If it comes up, he's an icon. 5-5, full count. Batter steps out of the box, calls timeout. Segura calls timeout. Okay, he steps back in. Roll, decide, or die for base on balls or strikeout. Okay, is it a strikeout? Nope, it is a walk. Segura works the count. Full count. He sits on a real tight breaking ball. And decided to let it go, and Carlson called for ball 4. 1 out, 1 on. Scott Kingery at the plate. Marcus Stroman still on the hill for the Mets. 4-6-6. Stroman has semi-control. That is a dot there. You can't really see it that well, but I'm going to fill it in. And Kingery sits on it, and he lifts a single into left field. And this one is being chased by Michael Conforto towards Brandon Nimmo, left center. He comes up with it, but Segura digs in, and he's going to make it around to third on the single. So men at the corners for the Phillies. 1 out, bottom of the 7th, and we're going to see a pinch hitter for Wheels. Zach Wheeler is going to be taken out of this game. Let's see who the pinch hitter is going to be. And we'll also, while we're at it, grab somebody. Probably him. Okay. Pinch hitter. We want a pitcher, not a glass of water. Harrison has got the good eye quality for this game alone. So Harrison is going to come to the plate. Dink, he goes there. Let's do a little bit of notation, shall we? Stroman, no. No. Wheeler, no. Stroman's not going to bat anyway, though, I don't think. New pitcher will be starting right there for the Phillies. And that is going to be... Oh, no. Batter. Come on, Chris. Get in it. 9-2. Harrison. He is semi-icon. Experience. Alright, here we go. Back to the action. Segura on third. Kingery on first. 1 out. Marcus Stroman facing Josh Harrison. Stroman staying in. Here's the windup. The pitch. 1, 2, 3. Both flash and fresh. He is not fresh. Hard ground ball hit to short. That one is taken in by Eduardo Nunez. Fires it over to Alonso to get Harrison at first. Wait a minute. Sorry, that starts with a 1. Fires it to second for Robinson Cano to get Scott Kingery. Cano fires it over to Alonso. That is... I hate it when I do that. So let me do it right. Josh Harrison at the plate. Here comes the pitch from Marcus Stroman. Harrison smacks it up the middle. Nunez coming across, moving to his left. Fields the ball, gets it to Cano. Over top of the slide of Scott Kingery. Fires it over to Alonso for out number 3 on the double play. Come on, Chris, get your head in the game. Inning-ending double play. Score stays at 2-1. We're going to go to the top of the 8th, and it looks like the Phillies are going to call on Nick Pivetta. to come in and continue here. Pivetta, Wheeler went 7 innings. Gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 base hits, 2 homers, eek-ish. Earned runs, only 2. A really good outing. Struck out 7, struck out 8, and issued no walks. Struck out 8. So Pivetta coming in to start the 8th inning. And we are going to see a pinch hitter for Stroman, so let's do that. This is the only part I don't like about this because it ruins my rhythm. Horribly so. That's okay. He's going to come in. Who's going to pinch hit? I'm thinking it's going to be... infielder Luis Guillorme. Luis Guillorme. So 9-2. Guillorme. He is semi-stoic. He is a prospect. And Pivetta is going to face Guillorme. Here we go, top of the 8th. Nobody out. 2-1 ball game Mets here in Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on May 1st, 2020. Nick Pivetta, 4-5-6 with the decider. Guillorme is not patient. Fly ball to center field. Adam Hazley drifts underneath it. Easily makes the play. That's out number 1. We'll put him there like that. We're going to the team chemistry chart for Nimmo's at bat. Pivetta is set. The wind up, the pitch. Batting team dissonance? No. And Brandon Nimmo sits on a 3-1. Breaking ball a little low, and Carlson barks out, "Take your base." So Nimmo is on first. Jeff McNeil comes to the plate, facing Nick Pivetta. Here comes the windup. The pitch, 2-2-4. Pitching at home, Pivetta pops up in the center of the infield. Didi Gregorius and Scott Kingery converging. Pivetta as well. Gregorius is going to call them all off. He's going to make the catch. That's going to be 2 outs. And J.D. Davis comes to the plate. Mets up 2-1 here. Top of the 8th. Heart of the order now for Pivetta. Here comes the pitch. 1-2-4. Pivetta is not control. He's only semi-control. Davis is not eager, and Davis works a walk. So the Mets have 2 on here with 2 outs. Top of the 8th inning, and Robinson Cano comes to the plate. Cano has struck out, flown to center, and popped to second in this game. Cano set for Pivetta's offering. 4-5-6. He is not patient. Fly ball to center field. This one is back. Adam Hazley gets underneath it, as he has so many times in this game, and makes the catch for the 3rd out. No runs plated for the Mets in the top of the 8th. We're going to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. And Seth Lugo is going to come in for the Mets in relief of Marcus Stroman. So we're going to put him up there. Lugo is going to come in here in the 8th inning. Stroman pitched 7. 1 run. He gave up 1, 2, 3, 4 base hits. Great job by Stroman and Wheeler in this game. Fantastic outing for both pitchers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts for Stroman. And 1, 2, 3, 4 walks. And also that hit by pitch, that beaner on Davis back in the 1st. So here we go. Lugo is facing the top of the Phillies order in the bottom of the 8th. Can the Phillies score runs? Lugo with the pitch to Andrew McCutchen. 1-1-5. Lugo is fresh. Pops up on the left side. Nunez and McNeil converge. McNeil calls Nunez off, makes work easy on that pop-up. That's one away. Didi Gregorius comes to the plate. He has singled, flown to center, and grounded to third. The windup from Lugo. The pitch, 3, 5, 6. Righty-lefty matchup. Not a K there. We are going to a hard shot ripped down the first base line past Alonso's glove into right field. J.D. Davis comes over to cover it easily, but that is a base hit for Gregorius with one out here in the bottom of the eighth. Rhys Hoskins comes to the plate. Seth Lugo gets the signs in from Ramos, looks over to Gregorius to keep him close. Here's the pitch to Hoskins. That is a 2-3-5. Lugo is not wild. Hoskins is not eager. Hard ground ball hit to second base. Fielded cleanly there by Robinson Cano. He's going to be able to get it to Nunez, and Gregorius slides high. Nunez not able to get the throw off to first. So Hoskins is going to reach on a fielder's choice. 4-6 ground ball, 2 outs. At the bottom of the eighth, Bryce Harper comes to the plate. Seth Lugo is going to walk him. Harper gets the intentional walk. Hoskins advances to second base. Sorry, Phillies fans. JT Realmuto is set to go. Lugo, 2 men on. Here's the pitch, 1-5-6, and Realmuto is a whiffer. That's a strikeout. Lugo gets through the inning. No runs scored in the bottom of the eighth. 2-1 is your score as we go to the top of the ninth inning. Pivetta is going to come back out, and he's going to face Ramos, Conforto, and Alonso in this inning. Phillies are confident he'll be able to get the job done. Wilson Ramos, he has reached first by way of error. Solo shot back in the fourth and struck out in the seventh. Here's the pitch from Pivetta, 1-5-5. He is not a home run king. Decide or die said so. Fly ball deep to center field. Brandon Nimmo tracking back towards the warning track. Makes the catch on the run. And that is out number 1. Okay, let's try that again. Ramos hits this to center field. Adam Hazley chasing back by the warning track. Gets underneath it. Makes the catch on the run. That is out number 1. No, I never call the wrong player in the defense. Michael Conforto at the plate. Right fielder. 1 out, top of the ninth. Nick Pivetta hanging on here for the Phillies. Here comes the pitch. 1-1-2. He is flash and he strikes Conforto out. 2 away. The Mets have a 1-run lead here in the ninth inning. Top of the ninth, 2 outs. Peter Alonso at the plate. He has grounded to short, struck out, flown to center. Pivetta with the pitch. That's a 2-5-6. Pivetta is not a struggler. He is not champion or patient. Alonso, infield drama, hits a chopper. 3-3. Pitcher is not iron. He's not, is he? Pivetta, no. Pivetta is not iron. He fields it. He makes the throw over to Hoskins. Easy play up there on the mound. Out number 3. Alonso just shoved it back to the box. Nothing came of it. We're going to the bottom of the ninth for the New York Mets, and we're going to see another pitching change. Oh, that was a pitching change right there. And we're going to see another pitching change right there. Lugo is being taken out. He has served his purpose. And they are calling on Dellin Betances again to close this game out. So let's see. Lugo went an inning. No earned runs. Gave up 1 hit, 1 walk. Struck out 1. Alrighty. Betances comes in to close this one out. Adam Hazley will be the first batter to face him. Gene Segura and Scott Kingery below that. Betances 1-3-5. That is going to be unusual results. Blue 1. Bases empty. Let's see what we get. 1-4. Lenient umpire at home, no. Calls ball 1. Batter still at bat. So A. Hazley is at bat. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Betances. 2-4-6. Betances does not have control. Hazley is not eager, and he works a walk. Patient at the plate. Hazley gets on. Gene Segura, we're going to have a pinch hitter for him. It's going to be Jay Bruce. Segura, no more. 7-2. Bruce. He is a semi-stoic and an icon. Facing Dellin Betances. Hazley on first via the walk. Nobody out. Game-winning run at the plate. Bottom of the ninth for the Phillies. Betances with the pitch to Jay Bruce. 1-2-3 with a decider. Both flash and fresh. Double flash. That's going to be a strikeout of Bruce. Doesn't matter who comes in because double flash, that's going to be a strikeout of Kingery. And that is going to be outs number 1 and 2 for this inning. And that's going to bring us to the pitcher's slot. Another pinch hitter coming in for the Phillies. And this one is going to be, I'm thinking catcher Andrew Knapp is going to come out. No longer napping in the bullpen. Knapp does start with a K, for those of you who are wondering. Knapp is stoic. He is a semi-prospect. Here we go. After Betances having struck out Segura and Kingery after giving Hazley a leadoff walk, now Andrew Knapp comes out to the plate. Switchy, so he's going to be batting from the right side of the plate against a right-handed Dellin Betances. Betances looks in, gets the signs from Ramos, shrugs off the first one, shrugs off the second one, likes what he sees now. Here comes the pitch to Andrew Knapp, 2-4-6. Betances does not have control. He's not eager or a sad sack, and Knapp works a walk. So we have runners on first and second for the Phillies, and Andrew McCutchen comes up to the plate. Tying run on second, winning run on first. All Kutch has to do is get a really good hit here. Dellin Betances. Here comes the pitch. 5-5-6. He is a star. That is a deep fly ball to right field. This one is going back. Well hit by McCutchen. And it is being chased by J.D. Davis close to the warning track in the foul line. He makes the catch on the run, and that is going to be out number 3, and the game is over. Phillies with a chance to come back in the ninth and cannot plate any runs. Goodness, one heck of a game, guys. Fantastic game. Fantastic game. Loving it. I love this game. I do. I really enjoy playing this game. Let me get this fixed. We will do some stats at the 48-minute and 25-second mark. It is your New York Mets 2, the Philadelphia Phillies 1. Here on the Tabletop Sports Delaware Sports Network. These guys are available. Pavetta went 2. We'll hold him out a game. It's not like we're playing him next anyway, but still. Eduardo Nunez. He's doing okay as a fill-in for Ahmed Rosario. He's showing respectful here, so the Mets organization is pleased with the way he is stepping it up. Lugo only won an inning. Betances has gone an inning 2 games in a row, so he's going to have to sit a game. All right. We'll move that. We'll move that. And we'll do some statistics because we all love our statistics. Your final score here. We'll leave that fine. Final score, the New York Mets 2, and they moved to 6-1 now. Philadelphia Phillies 1 run. Were there any errors in this game? There was one on Gregorius. So he'll have an error. So one error for the Phillies, none for the Mets. It did not contribute to any runs scoring. Let's do some stats. Brandon Nimmo is 0 for 3 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Jeff McNeil is 1 of 4 with a strikeout. J.D. Davis 0 for 2. Hit by pitch, K and a walk. 0 for 4 Robinson Cano with a strikeout. We've got 1 of 4 Wilson Ramos with the solo shot in the 4th and a strikeout. So 4-1 run, 1 batted in, home run K. We have Michael Conforto with a solo shot. Oh, he actually gave, 2 home runs. I got that written in there. Okay. So he's 1 of 4. With a run, batted in, home run, and a strikeout. 0 for 4 Peter Alonso with a K. 1 for 3 Eduardo Nunez with a strikeout. And Stroman, 1 of 2. And 0 for 1 for Guillorme. Right there. Pavetta went 2 innings, issued 2 walks, and struck out 1 batter. No hits or runs given. Struck out 1, 2 walks. Loss is going to go to Wheeler. He went 7 innings. The run was scored in the 7th. So Wheeler with the loss. Stroman with the win, Hugo with the hold, and Betances with the save, because he won an inning. Alrighty, Mets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits is all they garnered, but 2 runs on 5 hits with no errors. Let's do the Phillies. Kutch was 0 for 4 with a K and a walk. Gregorius is 2 for 4. Rhys Hoskins is 0 for 2 with a run, 2 walks. Bryce Harper 0 for 3, 2 Ks and a walk. Don't write 2 walks, write WW. Let's make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8 and 1. 2 walks, 2 walks. Okay, cool. Real Muto, 2 for 4, 2 singles, 2 strikeouts. Adam Hazley, 1 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. Oh for 3, Gene Segura, strikeout and a walk. No, 0 for 2 with a walk. And the other was 0 for 1. That would be Bruce with the strikeout. Kingery 1 for 4 with a strikeout. Wheeler 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And everybody else was 0 for 1 with a walk. That is Stars. I'll put a star on that one too. So that means Harrison was 0 for 1 and Knapp was 0 for 0 with the walk. So hits for the Phillies, 2, 4, 5, 6 hits for the Phillies. 1 run on 6 hits with an error. Your highlights in the top of the 4th inning, the Mets take the lead with a 2-out solo home run by Wilson Ramos. The Phillies answer in the bottom of the 4th, where Rhys Hoskins takes a 1-out walk. JT Realmuto hits a 2-out single to knock Hoskins around to 3rd, and Adam Hazley with an RBI single drives in Hoskins. And then we go to the top of the 7th, and Michael Conforto takes a 1-out, 2-1 pitch and smacks it over the center field fence. And that's your final score, 2-1. Guys, thank you very much for watching History Maker Baseball by Play.com. Hope you enjoyed it. Next, we are going to have a 3-game series against the Nationals in Washington. So look for that to come out tomorrow. Thank you very much, and as always, guys, keep on rolling. Mets!